This video was requested by SGM. She requested that I do a reading. So here I am with my deck, and I will be doing a reading. I'm doing this by candlelight. I figure it would be, it would set the mood. And I have already blessed the circle. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little bit difficult just because I have to count out the cards that she picked 8 random numbers between 1 and 33. And I requested that she do that because this is for her, this is for her guidance. So she chose 1, so I'm going from here. 1, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, and 30. So these are the cards that SJM picked. I'm sorry for the noise. The chinchillas are nocturnal. Okay. So I will bring these back up together. And this is the Druid Animal Oracle that I used last time. It is a deck that I absolutely adore, and I've had great success. It sounds weird, but you build a bond with the deck. I mean, I don't use Ouija boards at all. Have I ever messed around with them? Yes, but I will never do it again just because there's just too much that can happen. But it's kind of like where, the energy, the board gets used to your energy and you feed off of it. So, the spread I will do is called the Hearth Spread. And the first card goes here. Second card goes here. Third card goes here. Fourth card. Fifth. Sixth. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Third, 2. The north right here is potential. The east right here is perceived. West is desired. And the south is observed. So it's pretty much, about the situation. The east, 1 and 2, is the way you perceive or think about yourself or the issue. So the first card we have is a bull. And we also have a hind. And the bull is wealth, potency, beneficence. And the hind is subtlety, gracefulness, and femininity. So with this, the Gaelic name for it is Elid. Elid brings us the gentleness and grace of a feminine principle, whether you're male or female. Opening to the qualities of the hind will enable you to achieve greater degree of sophistication, subtlety, and elegance in the best possible senses of these terms. The white hind in particular invites us to look beyond the material, beyond the superficialities of life, toward the heart of things, toward the realm of causes rather than effects. Iliad invites us to begin an exploration of the other world, of the spiritual dimension in life. And that is for the hind and the bull. Okay, the bull. Says it can bring you an opportunity for a rich and abundant life. The bull is a symbol of wealth, and as such, it is auspicious to draw this card when considering financial matters. But remember, the ancient ones were wise enough to understand that the true wealth is to be found in the heart and the soul first, and only then in the material world. The bull represents fertility, potency, abundance, and prosperity, but these things can sometimes take a while to achieve. If you need to work steadfastly in trying circumstances for a considerable period of time in order to achieve your goals, the bull will help you do this without becoming drained or depressed. So, the way you perceive or think about yourself or the issue, I'm taking that with these, you are someone that has a lot of depth to you. You're very, I wouldn't say philosophical, but you like to think about things. And though you might not necessarily be monetarily wealthy, you may be wealthy in knowledge, and as far as friends, family, love, you might be rich in that sort of sense of, being cared for, having the ability to care for others. So, that's maybe how you think about yourself. I can't tell you for sure, but that's what I'm getting from these cards. Now, 3 and 4, which is south, this is the observed. It's the way you or the issue is perceived by others. So, with that being said, we have a frog. And we have an adder. So, The frog is sensitivity, medicine, hidden beauty, and power, and the adder is transformation, healing, life energy. So, since we got the frog, first we'll start with the frog. So it's kind of weird because all these cards are kind of flowing together so far. So it's a good sign. The frog unites elements of water and earth, bringing joy, delight, and healing in its singing and hopping, leading you to a sacred spring from which you may be refreshed and renewed. A cold-blooded creature living in half land and half in water, the frog possesses extremely sensitive skin, considered magical by shamans. A companion of rain spirits, the frog can help you develop your sensitivity to others, healing into sound through your skin, your whole body, and aura. Nothing is what it appears to be in life is more fun than you first suppose. There is hidden beauty and hidden power in all of nature as you open yourself to this, and you will feel close to the goddess and close to both earth and water. Look for beauty and magic behind appearances. And that is for the frog. And that kind of goes well with you getting the hind, because it's showing that you're a deep individual, and others may perceive you as being sensitive and open as far as feelings and emotions go. So the adder, we will read the adder now. And as far as, with the frog, if it is in a negative situation that you are thinking of, people can be taking it as you're being overly sensitive. But the feeling I'm getting is probably pretty good from these cards. I'm not really getting any negative energy as far as this is going, but if it were to be in a negative way, I would think that people might look at it as being overly sensitive. Now here's the adder. Adder offers healing and transformation. Its ability to glide into the darkness through crevices and rocks connects it to the underworld or the realm of death. It's the totem animal of the earth goddess and also the sky father, sun god. It represents our ability to die and be reborn. The energy that enables us to be born on earth is sexual energy, but this also necessitates our death. Befriending adder or snake powder will enable you to journey through life gracefully and magically, shedding your old life easily when the time comes, whether that old life be of the physical body or of stage in this present incarnation. So, in a negative situation, this could be taken as other people may be seeing that you're being oversensitive to a situation or certain circumstances, and then with the adder, they might be thinking, it's time for you to move on from the issue. If not, they might look at it as a good thing that you are sensitive, you're caring, and you might be progressing in life by changing, and bettering yourself as a person. So that's my input so far. Now we are going to do the West, which is what you desire, the way you want yourself or the situation to be. And we have a wolf. This is my spirit animal, or one of them. I also am with the cat. Now this is reversed, which means it's drawn upside down, and you have the otter. So the way you want the situation to be. Now the wolf. The wolf represents intuition, learning. It says the shadow. this is the way you want yourself or the situation to be. So just kind of keep that in mind when I read these. Just like I said, the feeling I'm getting from these cards is negative. I see a rather positive outlook on these cards. So, alright. The wolf brings a strong sense of faithfulness, inner strength, and intuition, but the wolf brings learning too. Sometimes you need to cross barriers to take risks, to go beyond the limited compass of normal behavior in order to learn and grow. Although crossing these boundaries may seem unattractive, even painful, you need not fear the inner power and strength you feel when you spend time alone. Come to know your deepest self, and even in the darkest places you will find courage and spiritual companionship. Okay, wow. So, I still have it with these cards. Now, and I made that connection by saying that. Now, this is flowing very well because here, with the adder, it's a sign of transformation, of changing, basically shedding your skin, because snakes shed their skin and they develop new skin and they move on. So the way the wolf is, others may see you possibly having to move on from a situation, or you may be seeing yourself at a point where, you need to move on. And the wolf here is the way you're looking at it. You want to move past whatever issue you are having, and even though it might seem, painful, even though you're unsure about what the future holds, you are definitely wanting to move forward. That's what this card is telling me. Now, we're going to look up the reversed otter, which basically means the card is drawn upside down. Now, that doesn't always mean a negative thing. It might mean more difficulty, but it's not always a bad thing. So, here's the otter. Drawn reversed, the card suggests that you may be pushing the river, going against the natural course of events, perhaps out of fear or stubbornness. Try letting go, relaxing, trusting in life. We must, although the otter urges us to be playful, we must beware of becoming the playboy or girl who uses play as an escape from demands and responsibilities of adulthood. So, you're wanting to move on, even though you're a little bit unsure. And with this card, basically, it's telling me that you're looking at it now where you are done playing games. You're ready to, be serious and just go whatever you're looking for, go after it. And that's basically what this card is saying is, you're ready to just kind of go out there and, get what, you're ready to get what you desire. The potential is the north. And this is the way you or the issue could be. Oh wow. Here we have a salmon drawn reverse. Now this is the most revered animal in the Druid religion. So that's going to be interesting. And we also have the fox. So this is the way the situation could be. And like I said, just because it's drawn reverse doesn't mean that it's bad. It just might mean something a little bit more difficult. The salmon represents wisdom, inspiration, and rejuvenation. And the fox represents cunning, diplomacy, and wildness. So the salmon, obviously being a representative of wisdom, is very revered in the Druid religion. So it says draw in reverse. The card may indicate that you are trying too hard to reach your goals, or that you are relying on someone else to find your wisdom for you. Contemplate the stories. Okay, well, I'm not going to read those stories. The salmon is able to jump upstream, not by fighting against the current, but by utilizing its knowledge of the reverse current, which flows beneath the surface current. From this salmon leaping, we have derived the word somersault as a corruption of salmon salt. Children somersault, and choosing this card refers to upright as urging you to connect with the leaping, dancing child within. So basically, this is showing that the way it could be, your knowledge, your resourcefulness can, even though the current may be flowing against you, the situation, I guess, could be against you. The salmon, being wise, you use your knowledge and resourcefulness to overcome and jump over that the stream, the opposite stream of the way you're trying to go, if that makes sense. So that's how the situation could be, showing that you're overcoming whatever hill that you have or obstacle. Now we have the fox. And the fox is a fine, graceful creature who typifies the beauty and harmony of the natural world. Working with the power of the fox, you will know when it is time to come out into the open and be counted. But you will also know when it's time to remain silent, to keep your own counsel. With others, you will be able to be diplomatic, and one of the attributes of the fox is being strong in counsel. One of the hardest things, if you are a person working with the fox power, is to ensure that your skill in diplomacy do not become dishonest or slyness. Remaining silent or becoming invisible so as to watch the unfolding drama is an asset that can bring with its own special culpability if it is not tempered with wisdom. So basically the way the situation could be is basically you kind of know when you need to step up to the plate. With this, you'll be able to come over the obstacle. And with this, it's saying that basically the situation, you can step up to the plate because now it feels like you've sat back for a while as the fox. You kind of just sat back, and then now in the future you've seen it as your time, like, hey, I need to take responsibility and just move forward. And it's basically your time to shine is the way that I'm taking it. So with family or love life, you're a good person with good intentions. You have a very deep soul. Others see you as being sensitive. They might see you as needing to shed away from the situation. Glad, get down. Hey. Sorry. They may see you as needing to be away from the situation, to shed what you're dealing with, to get away. The desire is to move on, to overcome. And, with this card, the otter, basically, you're done playing games, you're just ready to go out and get it. That's your desire. And basically, this is showing how it could be. You're overcoming the obstacles. And basically, with the fox, it's saying it's your time. You could be, in a place where you want to be, where you're taking care of yourself. And you are your main priority, basically, self-care. So, I hope that helped you out. I hope it gave you some guidance. I feel like these cards flowed very well. So, I feel like it was a good reading, that it may pertain to your situation. I hope that has provided you with some guidance. And I want to thank you for requesting the tarot card reading. It was very fun for me. And I'm glad to help others, especially with something like this. I love doing these readings because when I get a good reading like this, basically, it feels good because it's like, you have that. It's almost like having a bond with an animal. It's kind of like you have that bond with the cards where everything flows and it's just going, great. So that, these are flowing the way they should be. So, which makes me feel good because I haven't touched these cards in a long time. So I'm glad to see we still got the spark going. But, SJM, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you. Like I said, if you guys have any requests, let me know. I am also going to be doing, I'm studying paganism right now. I am Scottish, so I'm getting in touch with my Druid roots, which is part of why, I'm doing this. Well, I've been drawn to this. Druid religion focuses on reverence of nature, celebrating nature, everything from, a full moon to harvest moon is celebrated, and, given thanks, by the spirit, the Great Spirit. You can call it whatever you want, Great Spirit, God. You can, be monotheistic, polytheistic. It's very open. There are many paths when it comes to paganism. It's almost like Baptist church. Like you got your how you say, Protestant churches. There's Protestant churches, and it falls under Baptist, and Methodist, stuff like that. So paganism is basically the umbrella for either Wiccan, Druid, other sorts. And my path is Druid. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I do, I do believe in some of those teachings. However, I'm a very open-minded person. I don't believe in just, just following, I guess, one specific religion. I feel like it blinds me to the opportunity of learning, and that's why I like about Druidism, because it's basically a very open, very accepting religion. You kind of just, there is not one set, belief like, oh, this happened, you have to believe this, you have to believe this. It just, speaks of having a reverence for nature. Everything, needs to be, everything is respected, and celebrated, and basically your own beliefs as far as, God, goddesses, whatever, you could probably even not believe in a higher power and still believe in having the respect for, nature, and be thankful, and that's what I like about it. It's very open, very accepting. You can kind of, make it, you can tailor it to what you believe, and I like that. I like very open, I love open-mindedness. That's why, I love learning about other people's cultures. Coconuts Whisper, she did a video, a Diwali, I believe, sorry if I messed it up, but that was showing her Indian culture, and I commented, and she said she was actually scared to do it because, she was afraid of being judged, and I thought it was amazing for her to share a piece of her culture, because I love being able to see other people's cultures. I believe that we can learn so many things from other races and cultures and religions. So I just like that idea of being able to share, and even if you don't necessarily believe in someone else's beliefs or agree, you can still have the respect, and you can still learn. Even if I don't really follow what someone else's beliefs are, it's still interesting to learn about it, and I'm very respectful when it comes to other people's opinions. That is something that I do stress upon, is having respect for other people and for nature, animals. I'm that type of person. I know it sounds crazy, but when it rains in the morning, I'll usually go for a run in the afternoon, and you know how the worms will come up when it's, rained, obviously, and they'll be on the sidewalk, and towards the afternoon, the sun's out, it's getting hot. I'm that person that will stop mid-run to pick up the worm and put it in the grass so it doesn't die on the sidewalk by getting burned out by the sun. So, a lot of people think I'm crazy for that, but it's just something I do. I also, if there's a bug, I've had it before. There was a ladybug that landed on my shoulder, and it wound up flying off and went somewhere else in the classroom and landed on the floor. And, I wasn't going to kill it, obviously, because I don't do that, unless it's something that is in my house that can potentially hurt me, like a bee or whatever. But, it was a little ladybug, and I was worried that someone would just squish it, because people do that kind of thing. And so I made like a little box with a piece of paper, and I scooped up the ladybug and carried it in the box. I released it outside, and it came back in. The people were kind of staring at me, wondering what I was doing, but I will be doing another video if you guys are interested. We have I will be doing another video tomorrow for the lip scrub. Because I do like those spa videos. I think it's really nice. And it's good for self-care. Now I will be doing a video. There's an Imbolc gathering. It's January 31st in Imbolc. Basically, it's celebrating. It's like an infancy stage. It's part of, it's pagan, but it's Druid as well. Imbolc is like an infancy stage, and it goes on all the way till Samhain, which is October 31st, which is also known as Halloween or Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. So, it's basically it's at the infancy stage, and it's celebrating, I guess, rebirth and life, the beginning, clean slate. So, So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye bye.